All right, we're back on Grimnasty TV. So I want to talk about this movie here because it has a very strong example of what I've been talking about with everything coming to life. So if you take a look at this Johnny Depp secret window shot here in the back, you will see that there's a picture on the wall, and then you see a window, and then you'll see a lamp, and then you'll see a dark tabletop underneath it. So if you zoom back and you squint your eyes, what you'll really see is two eyes, a nose top for a lamp, a cleft in the nose underneath where it leads to the top upper lip, and then a bottom lip underneath that is dark shadow. So if you look at the right of that, you will see what appears to be like a crook smile forming on the right of the table, which is just shadow attenuation. See what I mean? So it's like the way she does this on the fly. It's just extremely inconceivable and amazing. But at the same time, you can tell where you're at because they're literally sectional giants. That's why I started calling them like giant sectionals. And they're just giants. And they're giant conscious forms that are literally observing you and watching you. They smile. And light attenuation will literally come in through the window and form teeth and all kind of shit. And you'll realize that there is no light attenuation or shadows or anything. It's just a light simulation. And it's forming I guess maybe creatively or even like with a sense of humor in the background while you're just walking through your daily life. So the only thing that's ever really scared me this far about anything are these giant sectionals. Because now I'm not saying I'm scared of them now, but when I first started, it's like seeing the sun. The sun has never had a face on it ever. Trees have never had giant faces on it like this. Houses look like this now. They don't look like houses. They look like people that are giants that are houses. And I'm just like, this is absolutely unbelievably impossible. And somebody opens the door and the giant is like, oh, and you're just like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? And you're just like, holy fuck, that motherfucker just opened his mouth, but everything happens for a reason. Somebody going outside to get a newspaper. How did he start speaking to the next door neighbor that was a house, but it was a person? And it was like the timing was just, I'm just saying, like, how? So, uh, that's what's happening, is that everything is becoming alive. And everywhere I go, everything is alive. So I'm getting used to that. And if you're wondering what this Mickey thing is happening, is that the body has a tendency, if you try to do things to yourself that you've never done before, the body has a tendency to pull back and a weakened version, I guess, attempt the last time I fried my head, I don't have that problem anymore. You basically burn all the glue out of your head, and it doesn't have any more misfires. This is the reason why your legs burn and shit like that. You put turpentine on your crotch area and it burns. It's because of that. Uh, Once it's done misfiring, it just gets warm. So my ears don't hurt when I put turpentine in it anymore. It just gets warm. That's pretty much it. So next week I'm gonna try to push it even further so I can't jump back because my body is like, oh, the last time I fried my head is what I wanted to say. Mickey had to take over and he started smiling and shit, but I was really in pain. And my body was like, I think I'm gonna pass out now. And I was just like, holy shit, I better grab something. And he's, I'm gonna pass out. And I'm like, no, hold on, wait, I can do this. And and I've realized I'm talking to two different chakras or something now. Also, it's like talking to two different versions of myself. One of them's smarter than the other one, or something like that. One of them's that got like insecurities or something. I don't know, but very interesting. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I'm talking to somebody else. That's myself. What the fuck? And I realized it. So it's all like acknowledgments and realizing you're in a giant cartoon world of sorts that it looks real. Um, Minnie Mouse was standing behind me like a week ago. And I looked back and she was, I guess you can tell that she was in the suit or whatever, like a version or something, because she was larger than Mickey Mouse was when I seen him outside of me. So since I wasn't wearing the suit and he was sitting there, about coming to my navel or something like that. But she was like big as a damn window. So she was looking out and I was like, wow, fucking 3D and real as fuck. Real like this background. I was just like, holy shit. You're real, like you're real fucking real. What the hell? And as I got up to the face, I think she knew that I was gonna kind of like get kind of whatever. So as the face disappeared, and I seen the legs, it was all detailed and real, and I was like, whoa, fucking on the tiptoes of the high heels, and and stepping around like how the cartoon does, I was just like, you gotta be fucking kidding. And the wolf that came out of my loins when I hit DMT really hard, I guess it was thrown out of my alignment, and it went all the way down where my paintings were. And then it comes running back, like trying to get back to me. And he's wearing what I have on at the moment, which is really, I was like, holy shit, it's that wolf dude, but he's deformed, and he was all googly eyed, like he was expressing himself beyond the confines of what a wolf looked like. He was very deformed and hideous almost. And he comes running back, and I'm just standing there, and it's like I wasn't afraid of him, and it was weird. I just knew who he was, and I was like, man, I don't recognize you because you look fucking deformed. But he just jumps in my body, and I'm like, oh, okay, there you are. And it's like, what the hell just happened? It's a fucking giant. He looked like the goddamn fucking rabbit off of Twilight Zone, the movie. He was huge and hideous and deformed and like wacky and fucking out of his mind looking. And he goes, ooh, 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 ooh. And I was like, oh, that's the ooh baby. Like immediately I recognized his voice. He was like, ooh, 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 ooh. And he jumps inside of me. And I didn't even feel it. It was weird. He's a big ass fucking giant wolf dude. This shit has become interesting. If you even pull back, you will see that the wall in front of it acts as a hair going down the side of his face. And it's like a woman's face with lipstick. You see that? It's like hair coming down. So there's no space between spaces. The entire light attenuation, shadow effects, and everything is all like one giant blob light simulation. So none of this shit's like even happening. Man, I'm saying, I'm biting my lip right now because I developed, your body pulls back, right? So I've developed this post-traumatic stress weird shit. I'm biting my lip now. This is this weird habit I get, biting my lip. And I know it came from thinking I was going to burst into flame and die or something. But it's still here. So the body does this kind of weird shit where it'll cling on to shit. And I even have this childhood fascination, relaxing. Look at the shine going in down the middle of the bottom lip. I'm saying, it's like the shit's got a shimmer on it. And it's just light attenuations and shadows. But it's forming the face perfectly, anatomically. All right. Yeah, so, oh my gosh. There's just so much to talk about on this show. But stay tuned for more. I'm just going to cut it here. We can talk about it more later. I'll have more examples of stuff that's going on. It's not pareidolia. These things are alive. They communicate using telepathy. And once you become able to find out what telekinesis was telling you about empathy, then you will realize that that's why they're moving, is because you're being empathetic with something that is actually conscious. And empathy comes in telekinesis. If you do the studies, you will see that they use empathy to move things using telekinesis. This is because it's fucking alive. Nobody will tell you that. Nobody will tell you that. They don't know, or they're a shill, because they're going to tell you, oh, telekinesis, science. Nothing but a bunch of bullshit. Welcome to Grimnasty TV.